I got I got a gas tank from a '67 Plymouth Fury that I bought a month ago, I think. The gas tank hadn't been cleaned and it had been sitting for like 15 years. I did pour some fuel in, fresh fuel in there to get it started, and it does start and run, so that's good. But we need to clean the gas tank out. We want it to be, run as good as it can. So I just got it dropped down. I'm gonna change the sender. Please, Chad, relax. I'm gonna change the fuel sender and the sock, and we're gonna try to clean out the tank as much as we can. But let's see what comes out of there first. Hopefully, I can pick this up and move it without spilling too much. Hopefully I can replace this gasket. Chad, relax. Chad always wait till I'm on the phone or record. That thing is messed up. Yeah. Woo. That stuff is varnished. Kind of scary to have this much gas in one place like this. I'm gonna have to find something to do with it. Maybe I'll blow it up. Looks like sweet tea or red wine or both. Either way, it probably wasn't good for the engine. So I'm glad we got it out. Now, I gotta take out this fuel sender. Can y'all see that? This is the old fuel sender I had in there. I took it out already, and the pipe was blocked solid that's in here. I had to heat it up, use some wire, heat it up, use wire. It took me like an hour going back and forth to get it unclogged, but I didn't have a fuel sock for the end of it. So what I had to do is improvise, and I put a rubber hose with a lawnmower. I put a rubber hose with a lawnmower fuel filter on the end of it, and that's been working, sort of, kinda. So I need to take this out and replace it. It should be easy to get off because I just had it off and the gasket wasn't much. So yeah, look at that. I can turn it by hand. That was probably a big issue with air intrusion, but strangely enough, it still ran okay. Just not perfect. So can't wait to see how it runs once we get all of this settled. I've been waiting to see how this thing looks because it was only meant to be temporary. I didn't even know if it was going to work. Whoa. Look at that thing. Look at all the sediment and rust that got to the bottom of it. This was the only inlet for the engine, so I didn't think it was going to get enough fuel. That thing looks damn near clogged in there. It's red. And all this is at the bottom. But hey, if you need to improvise, this works. Works good enough anyway. And let's get this thing off. It's an old gasket. We got a new gasket, so look at that thing. Probably never been changed. That might be a 60-year-old gasket. I got to keep this for the garage. I'm hanging this on the wall. clean this surface, we'll go ahead and change these hoses so when we get under there we can just hook them up, and we'll be good. Let me see if y'all can see inside the tank. Actually, not too bad in there. Pretty clean. Do another rinse with some fresh fuel and we should be all right. These type of pliers here, godsend. You can go to Harbor Freight and get a pair for cheap. Look how easily that comes off. Easy. Ooh, easy day. Usually I gotta cut stuff like that, use some regular pliers, blah, 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 but these things make it a breeze. I'm gonna give me some wire and poke through these holes and make sure they're actually clear. Ooh, what is that? What kind of bug nest is that? Eek. There's another one. Eek. Alright, let me go get some wire. Okay, so I was able to unclog this one. I can put wire through it, so that's open. This one is clogged up. These are both breather hoses. This one just goes up a little bit. This one goes all the way up into the trunk area, curves, and then comes back down. So they both do the same thing. I'm just going to cap this one off and not worry about it. And then hook this one up to a bit of rubber hose and make sure it goes up, makes a loop-de-loop, and comes back down. The idea is that it can vent vapors out, but won't let any gasoline out when it's sloshing or whatnot. So, and even if I clear this up, it goes to a hard line eventually. I'm not sure if that one's plugged up, so I hate to do a bunch of work, spend an hour unblocking it, and it doesn't matter anyway. So let's get a plug for this, a cap, and then let's get some holes for this one. Do one of these press fit doohickeys. See which one fits. Looks like that one's gonna be it. Just to be sure. Nope. We'll use this one. Nice and snug already, so. All right, that's not coming off without significant pressure and whatnot, so we'll deal with that. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And then we'll use this for fuel hose. I think we got some 3/8 inch line, probably, yeah. And we'll use a new clamp connector for it. All right, perfect. That's what we got. That should be good enough. We'll route this fuel hose up, do a loop-de-loop, and make it come back down so it doesn't leak any fuel. We'll be good. Now we can get started on this here, clean it off. I just got this area cleaned up better than what it was. It's not perfect, but you don't need it to be perfect. It'll be good enough for the gasket to seat. So let's go ahead and get that up there. Of course, the wind starts right as I start recording. It's been calm. All right. Nice new gasket that we can put it in here. Fits perfect. I'm just testing the fit of everything before we get the cinder seated. Never know, you might get the wrong parts or something, so always good to test. Now we go ahead and put the cinder in there. Here's the old one. Big difference. Alright. I was gonna clean the tank out real good, but after looking inside of it with the light, it's not too bad. It looks like everything came out with the with all the fuel. Putting new fuel in there and letting it sit and it's sloshing around for me driving it and stuff, I think that actually did a lot of the cleaning. So all I had to really do was pour that out, which I already did, and it looks nice in there. I'm not mad at it. So all we got to do is put this in now and we can button her back up. I did, when I looked in real good, I found out that this one, the one we capped off, has a hard line going to the other side of the tank, the back of the tank. And I guess that way it can vent the front and the back of the tank. So it would have been good to have it, but still not necessary. So we'll leave it off. There's no way I can unplug that hard line that's inside the tank. So deal with what we got. Now we get this in. Make sure I got her in the right way. Looked like it didn't want to seat fully, so let me just double check that it's the right configuration. I have to bend this one up right there a little bit. It's funny, I have a tube bender, or have one, but I left the tailgate of my truck open with it in the back of it one time, and I think it fell out, so I have to see if I can find it. Hold on. Alright, so I found the tube benders. I don't have all the accessories and sizes to go with it, but hopefully we can just use this. I'm going to take this the wire off of it so we don't hurt that. Try to keep all of that together. God dang it. All right. Get this wire out of the way. Now, this needs to go up a little bit, so we need to put a bend like right here so it can bend up. So we're gonna have to let's see how we can configure this. That's not gonna work. I don't know if we're gonna even be able to get this in here. Okay, yeah. Gonna have to put it like that so we can bend it up a little bit. Alright, I put a small bend in it. I used this, but I didn't really use it. I just kind of put it up here and bent it with my hand because I didn't really have the right parts to use this correctly. So it's good enough now. It has the right curvature now, so that it aligns and it should fit in the tank. So let's go ahead and put that to the test. Just got to get this wire back up here. All right, we're good. Should work now. And she works. There we go. Seated beautifully. Just need the ring. Let's do some tapping. Beautiful. That is in, and it's solid. I don't think it'll leak. That's good. This will route good enough. Let's go ahead and get it put under there. to bend them a little bit to get them to line up. Don't want to damage it. Let's just get this tightened up first so we can see how much of a gap we really have once it's up there. Might have to cut or trim the holes a bit. Let me think. And let's see if we can bend it a little bit more first. That should do it something. That should work. I probably should have got this up here first before I tighten these. Just take them back down a bit. There we go. Alright, all is good so far. We just need to route this hose somewhere up yonder so that it stays out of the way and we'll be fine. But I'm not worried about this yet. I really just want to see if it starts and how it runs now that it has a new filter up there and we're about to put fresh fuel in it. So let's put some fuel in it and see what happens. I want to do that before we do anything. So my phone ended up dying, but I got some fresh fuel in the tank. This is what the fuel filter looks like. Looks just like sweet tea, like what came out of the tank. This is a new fuel filter I bought a couple weeks ago. I only ran the car like a few miles around the property, so it already looked like that. So hopefully we'll see that change color because we got fresh gas in it. Let's find out. So it does work. And this thing did get clear. If you remember what it looked like before, it is super clear now. The filter itself is still still like tan colored, iced tea colored, because I haven't changed it. It's still discolored from the last fuel, but the fuel itself around the filter is clear, so I guess we got a win on that. I still need to go back and route that hose, that breather hose, and I need a gasket for the filler neck because that one was terrible. Other than that, we're done. It's a win so far. We got fresh fuel coming to the carb, so we'll call that for now. And until next time, thanks for watching.